Welcome back to Genshin Impact. I haven't uploaded this in about 2 weeks because I decided to give it a little break up until the update. And now the update is here. Hold on, I'm seeing stuff that I still haven't gotten out of the way. Oh, speaking of out of the way. Why did I not think of this sooner? I think it is about time to do another roll. Yes, it is time. Let's roll for a new character. Let's roll for a new character. Conjuring Chiaroscuro. Lini? I don't know the name. I haven't been introduced to them. We will be getting to that hopefully soon. But let's do a wish. Or a 10 roll. But best we get is a 4-star. Always aim for that new. Never get that new. Oh, we did get something to do though. Lynette. Interesting. You get any more 4-stars, or is she the only one? So we got one new character. She's Animo. All right. And sadly with that, I believe that's the only role that we have today. It is. It's the only role that we have today. But why am I going to events? So this is not where we want to go. It has been the new update. Genshin Impact 4.0, the Fontaine update. So we got the prelude of Blanchard and Norcure. I already don't like this. Just the name stuff. Solus prologue. It is time to go to Fontaine, it seems. The next phase of your journey is about to begin. Gotta go to Caravan Ribat. I mean, I'll go. Why is that where we start, though? From what I heard, we gotta go by sea. That is not near the sea. Are we gonna talk to somebody from Fontaine? On. Uh-oh. 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 See, here's the thing. Pretty sure this is still... Yeah, I'm pretty sure all this is still a part of Samaru that I just never got to. At least part of it. So probably where we're really going to go is after we're done with whatever cutscene we have here, we're going to teleport over to here, go up, get this statue with the 7, and then keep making our way north all the way until we get probably here to this dungeon or realm in order just to trigger it. And then up to one of these two statues of the 7, to which, why are they so close together? I don't know. I don't think it really matters that much. But let's get to a cutscene. I didn't even have to get close.
Oh, Caravan Ribat. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here?
On our way to the village in order to find out about the scholars that had gone crazy because of dealing with canned knowledge.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
I guess that's the bigger overview. Good memory, Paimon. I guess we may have stumbled upon this place at some time before. Let's go with good memory, Paimon.
So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
Yep, not those greedy old men.
This will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yes, but as long as we're around, it's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah,
It makes it seem like we're the harbinger of
we
misfortune.
somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
That's what I'm saying. Are you sure it's not you, Paimon? I was just thinking that you might be the problem. Yes! Ha!
Me?
Take that, Paimon.
Paimon ran into
I just
you.
slammed my Gatorade
Paimon
bottle
never
down.
ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out.
So you had the misfortune and I helped you.
Anyway, for
That's
Nahita's
what I'm
sake,
doing.
maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Dia!
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around?
We're always
We're
wandering
usually
around.
taking care of some serious business.
But also wandering
Even though it
around.
may have nothing to do with our journey.
Yes.
But never
Because we're
mind
wandering
that.
around.
What brings you here?
Are you going to Fontaine too?
I just finished a commission in the
Actually,
desert
really
for
far
a
from
usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Okay.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We're preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. Oh, someone's eavesdropping.
You serious?
Yeah.
Can't say I saw that coming.
How could you not? The
But you are
update just happened.
travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
We always come back. We could teleport easily.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
We still have missions to do with you.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
We're good.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Will the desert just turn
So,
to a beach and then the
when
water?
are you leaving?
We'll leave as soon as we're finished. As soon as we finish a few more preparations.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet.
Of course.
Now, where's that list Paimon made?
You probably ate it. Eavesdropper. You want to get in on this?
I see.
Nope. It's walking away.
Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything.
Aw.
It's
See
sad
ya.
enough to see you go like this.
See ya.
Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you.
True.
Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
In her case, she'll know from our dreams anyway.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Take care. Bye, Dia.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
After settling matters in Sumeru, you approach the border with Fontaine. Wait. I don't have to teleport? The game did it for me? That's weird. Pretty sure I still had to navigate all the way to Sumeru. Oh, hey, that looks pretty. I heard that there's going to be missions in the water. I'm dreading that. I don't like water levels in video games. Viewpoint. All right, let's see. Where are we? Wow. What about all this? You know what? Let's just go to our starting point. If only I have Tulin to help push me further. Tears of the Kingdom reference. I have this feeling I should probably aim for this boat. The one that's right above the Ioge here. I think that's what it's called. So that way we can recover our stamina and then make it the rest of the way. Or I guess we're making good distance. Well, if we fall to our death and drown, or if we run out of stamina, fall into the water, and then drown, we'll just lose some health and spawn back on the cliff. So we'll just go full blast into this. If I switched to Amber, would I have gone faster since she's the gliding champion of Mondstadt? I always wonder about that. I've never confirmed it. Uh-oh. We're almost out of the stammies. Just maybe.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it.
I didn't even have to experience the sand and water.
This must be Fontaine's
Or
port.
the water, yes, the sand, no.
Wow. Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
So I heard. It's about what I imagined. It's even more impressive than I expected.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Archon.
Good idea. Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Our journey is to find my sibling and also find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
Yep.
So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means.
Probably theatrical.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
We've met a lot of people from Fontaine before, though, like just all throughout Teyvat. Shouldn't we get an idea from them?
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family.
I think they're talking about a
I was
play.
expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's
Yep.
a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
They're talking about a
Excuse me,
play.
Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened.
What?
In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
What?
Really? Like a real trial?
Why'd you mention
The way
plot
you're
twists?
Talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Exactly.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is
Yes,
whether
it
the
is.
story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You
No.
probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
So they see trials as a sort of opera?
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that?
Yes.
Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
It is.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about
That's
whether the
twisted.
cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
A judgment device created by the Archon. So this is the nation of justice.
You're a trees? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance.
I think it's problematic.
Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Commit a crime?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Huh.
Quite a
I
twisted
think
passion.
What they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Time slots.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
So it seems.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
What's with that
You
wording?
could even say our mascot.
Oh
Hang
no.
on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the Hydra Archon, but they don't appear to revere her.
Alright, I think we
It's
got it.
like
Thank you.
Nahita's case, except for they
At
didn't
least we now know
like
that
her
we can
either.
find the Hydro Archon
They just
at the
threw her to
Opera
the
House.
side. The end treatment was kind of the same, it seems, kind of
Who knows how long making
maybe
an
not so much.
appointment will take?
still off.
Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime.
Yeah, we could.
Hey, what are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time.
Huh. Maybe something's the matter.
That's the one I got!
She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
No, she looks like she's a cat person.
Better go check on her.
If she is a cat person, I don't think she'd like to get in the water like that. Although, who knows? This is Fontaine. It's surrounded by water. Hi there. Don't jump. That's...
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh.
She eating
okay
something?
then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually.
Maybe not.
But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
Which one?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids or a fantastical race from Fontaine?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water.
That is different.
No, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now it's been completely submerged.
Oh,
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories.
so the sea level is
It won't be
rising.
long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Global
I
warming.
don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Are you the brother?
And
The one that I was trying to roll for?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister
His name is
Lynette.
Linny.
If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Yes, we are.
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the traveler. We just arrived.
She
in
always
Fontaine.
introduces herself like that.
We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone.
She has cat
In
ears.
fact, she seldom speaks at all.
He
I'm
doesn't.
usually the only
She
one
has a
ever
tail, he
talks
doesn't.
to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. when talking for some reason.
So much trouble to make voice lines with the Traveler. There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around, Paimon, because you always steal all my lines. It's because there's two characters and it's easier to just have one person do it all instead of two.
I also think my
Two
brother
doing the
can
same
be
thing.
too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Global warming.
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's happening in Fontaine? Are the polar ice caps melting?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Okay.
We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Do we?
All the introductions earlier not count?
Paimon is Paimon,
Hello, traveler.
and you're Lenny. Hello, Lenny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And hello, Paimon.
As long as you remember that Paimon is Paimon.
Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
It is fun to do.
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right.
You can only shake hands with the same gender?
Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Oh, so are you finished with things here? That little, I guess, cat child just keeps skipping back and forth. I kind of want to talk to them. That's not creepy, is it? Switch to walking. Do we have to go at this speed?
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
As long as they're not here to arrest me just because I stepped into the country. Although I kind of have a feeling that might be the case.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all. Raise your glasses in celebration.
You just said some of us don't have any glass at all.
Then just raise your hand in lieu.
Okay. Hand up. Nobody has a cup.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation.
This is creepy.
Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is this because there's a lot of stories about us? Otherwise, we're just being put on blast for no reason.
About us?
I wouldn't think of anybody else, so it could be. Nobody here seems to be holding a glass. That's what I said!
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
What do you mean the
As for
turmoil and chaos we left in our wake?
insignificant cowards. I am a god, and
I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Well, finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
We have only been here for a few minutes.
But
Maybe
the
10.
Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Ahem. Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
Probably the dude that was eavesdropping on
I
us.
see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa,
He was the one eavesdropping on
that's
us.
about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough?
It's too much.
What else should I say then?
Dots.
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
I don't know.
Hey.
Everybody
what's all
talks about the floating
commotion?
pylon.
Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course.
I think that's us.
That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see him. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
Cool.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Oh, you didn't hold her in that high of regard.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
I don't like that way of talking.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
I didn't agree to this.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting gods. I got a resume. Wait, weird. I'm fighting the guards?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Well, the divine is
What are
still
you
up
trying
top.
to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
I thought you
Stand
wanted
down,
a duel.
I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior.
Where'd our sword go?
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
We'll slake it.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
She talked herself out of it after she talked
On
herself into it.
Arrhenius, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
Criminals?
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Why are we going to court?
All right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
Well, you guys don't use it often?
About the crowd's reactions. Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Someone, Paimon.
Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Man, we haven't committed any crimes. We've literally just arrived.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Obvious.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Are you calling Paimon an object?
So that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
I bet that's actually bull.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
So does that mean that you guys should make a law where nobody can walk for the last 3 days of the month? Just to make it fair for everybody? Because that's the only way that Paimon moves around. And Paimon is not an object. She is a person. Respect her personhood. Okay, let's go with the,
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
I think we gotta
My
fight now.
apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Thank you!
Tell her, Linny. Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
He's gonna help us escape, isn't he?
Ta-da!
I only got it.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Ah, when Lenny patted you on the back.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Oh, she don't like that. She doesn't like that at all. Maybe she does. Or she could be playing it off.
Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person.
Yeah, you would.
But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
No, you won't. What you gonna do to Zhongli, huh?
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Not a good first impression, I must say.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even
True.
had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Thanks for bailing us out, Lenny. Did you know that was going to happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case.
The Paimon
I
isn't
didn't
an
think
object.
It would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Yeah,
She can
moron.
be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing is a good way to put it. Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
Was that your audition?
Isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
Does it serve
When there
other
are
purposes?
no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
No, we don't have to be a part of it.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Looks like a shopping bag. A reusable one.
Huh?
Good for the environment.
What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine.
Mm-hmm.
It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned.
Build an ark and put two of
In
every
the
kind of
end,
animal on
The
it.
people will all be dissolved into the waters.
Dissolved?
And only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
So this Archon also isn't the original.
Even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed. Wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
And now the water is engulfing our memories. Won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them.
And they
As
do.
a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Ah.
Paimon gets it.
I was starting to think that you were going to say they would hide in them.
Preparing for a rainy day.
Ha!
But
Maybe literally.
this is more than a bit of rain.
The prophecy is true. Then is there no way to prevent the disaster? I guess that's what we're doing here.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just
absolute power
tiny
comes absolute
specks in the grand
responsibility.
scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Even if we have to lie to them about the distribution of it. Like water dissipating. I didn't get to read all of it. I have a lot of exclamation points up at the top of the screen. It's starting to bug me. So I think I should start clearing them. Wonders of the world. Like water disappearing into water. It reminds me of an intro to a song. That it went, I dropped a tear in the ocean, and when I find it is they'll stop loving you. I think the tear is gone. I think it is part of the ocean now. Like, it's a dumb saying.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens.
Shut up, Minty. Primordial waters. We have logged in so we can claim. That's one thing cleared. Hold on. Oh, that expired. Bummer. Characters. Gotta go say hi to the new one, I think. What else do we need to clear? Ah, wishes. We need to clear the path. Chart the course. The book and the... Why is the inventory pack still acting up? Domains. Okay. And okay. I think the inventory is acting up just because of these stupid pieces of furniture that I never plan on using because I don't like going to the Serenity Pod. Yeah, they're just gonna be there. All right, so let's go hand out the bags. You're the dude that we talked to the first time, right?
So you're the blonde traveler
Yes.
that everyone's been talking about.
Yep.
My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
It's okay. Sometimes the blonde doesn't show as easily.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yep.
Thanks. Please.
He was hard to
also
convince.
Thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
So I guess he's somebody that's a little more, I guess, or a little less skeptical about the whole prophecy thing. Is he more skeptical or less? Less would be you would be more accepting of it. More skeptical would be you to be questioning it more. So yeah, he's less skeptical. Creepy. Hi, dude.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What?
You don't go anywhere?
You mean
You don't go shopping?
believe in the prophecy?
You could put so much stuff in it.
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
Which is?
The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land.
I thought those people
So,
actually went to war with
If you
Wakanda.
ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
No, you're just gonna be buried
I
there
hadn't heard that
at
one
sea.
before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die.
Yeah, you're talking about like evolution.
You'd probably still take it.
This would be like a de-evolution?
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Oh, it does. It does. Now, he's more skeptical about it, but just in a different type of way. Wait. Over there. Ugh. Hope it's not against the law to swim in this canal. That is canal, right? Galathy? The boat captain. Interesting name.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life
You really
is
believe
all
that?
about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You're a smoker, aren't you?
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Or you're adventurous. Gosh. I can't tell if you're YOLO or no. All right. Hi, Lenny. These people are weird.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets?
Yes.
That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some interesting opinions.
No kidding. Many are quite stubborn.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Yeah, but how fast is it going to happen?
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So we got to go gather materials?
You want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
East side. Like down here on the sands, or like up there on the edge, on the ledge, on where you guys have built some. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Ah, these things.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
I see what they're trying to do. Or do I? Fine, I'll pull out a Hydro user. I was thinking maybe I'd switch Aether over to Hydro, but apparently not. Whoa, this is different. Do they make it fit for every region?
It is as the stars foretold.
Is it now? All right, Mona, can you please? Got one. Got two. Got three. But I'm not done yet. But I'm not done yet. Alright, cool. Wait, is this another one? No. It's just the bud that's left. All right, let's head back. I got your materials.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here.
Yeah, I just had a platinum
Maybe
on
next
her.
time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No
But she didn't help?
way. I'm in power saving mode today.
Power saving mode.
Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Food.
Wait,
Did it just skip?
have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
No, sir, now that you mention it.
What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Taking a pocket. Starting the eyes.
Right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
Okay.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Understood. Leave it to me.
All right, let's go.
To the lift, 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 lift, lift. Where's the lift? Where's the lift? Lift? I don't know where the lift is. I mean, I know where the door to the harbor is. I guess maybe we got to go around here, go up the stairs, and then... Is this the lift? This can't be the lift. No, it's like a charging station for one of the animatronic things. That's the lift up there, so we got to go up the steps in order to get to the lift. Go to Maritime Harbor, upper level towards Fontaine. Yeah, she won't see me if we end up meeting each other, which should be wondering what splashing is coming from the ground. Hang on, this is taking a while. Any day now. We are almost there. What happens if this elevator breaks down? It's a long way up or a long way down. Hey, let's get this. The world opens itself to those with noble hearts. Hey! Whoa! What is this? It's like a whole water out. Yeah? The light just started flooding from the Statue of the Seven just now? That's so weird. Anything like this ever happened before? It's normal for a Statue of the Seven to glow. MC, did you feel anything uncomfortable at all? Huh? Water? The water is speaking to me. Wow, I feel like I'm using gills to breathe. Good for you. Try growing a pair of gills and show Paimon. Huh. Seems like you're feeling pretty good. Paimon can't believe Paimon was actually worried about you for a moment there. Though, after it lit up like that, the air does feel a lot more humid. Maybe it's because of all the hydro that was released. Paimon heard that in Fontaine, if you use elemental water properly, you can even swim underwater. Maybe you could even find sunken treasure. Paimon will leave the diving for treasure to you. Paimon will stand on the shore and wait for you. It'll be lonely going underwater alone. You could try doing something for once, Paimon. What? But being in the water is scary. What if Paimon accidentally gets swept in the current and gets all turned around and dizzy, and then she won't be able to fly away no matter what? Just like before Paimon met you back on Mondstadt. Then I'll fish you out again. Really? Then maybe Paimon could try going underwater with you. Huh. You better not go back on your word. Okay, Paimon, I won't. Fontaine's Blessing gameplay tutorial. A mysterious power that flows out from the statue to imbue you with the blessing of the transoceanic source water. Your progress will remain unhindered as long as you are moving through the lakes of Fontaine. Under the protection of the transoceanic source water, what you expend while moving underwater is not stamina, but aquatic stamina. As such, when your aquatic stamina is expended, you will not drown. That's convenient. We should probably resonate with Hydro. Resonate! Then the Fat Springs. I'd say this is cool except for the fact that my health is literally draining. Just come back on its own. Chi-Chi, you're even more useful now than you were before, and you were extremely useful before. I don't like that. Alright. Let's run through the other side of the elevator. There's a lot of interesting designs here.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
There she is! Paimon's looking right at her.
Look! Isn't that her?
We're ready to stop her.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction!
There's nowhere to go the other direction.
What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job is to block this path. The rest is up to Lenny.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
Maybe. You wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief.
Seems there's no reason for us to stay here. Let's go find Lenny.
Yeah, let's go.
How long will it take if I set out?
Could have sworn from one angle I saw a hydronucleus, whatever it's called. Let's pick that up. There it is. I feel like that looks like the child that we saw walking around earlier. Wait for the octopus? That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to steal as much information as I can.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
What'd she take?
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's what it kind of seems like.
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
Somehow I find it hard to believe.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
I bet.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
True.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
All right. Sounds good. I think the way I'll go with this is probably get close to it and then end things off. Because I don't want to go on for too long. Plus, I kind of have somewhere I need to be in like 10 minutes. Although I can wait a little bit if need be.
the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Wow. She's hurt by that.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much.
So you're boring, is what he's
Besides,
saying.
It doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
He's not good at this.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Do we actually experience it, or the thief? No, Charlotte.
Huh?
Paimon recognizes her.
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte! It's Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you all riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming.
Not surprising at all.
Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon.
Didn't think so.
I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
The aqua bus kind of reminded me of a lazy river.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Anything else about TCG?
Not too
Genius
much.
Invocation?
When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
Mold and all? That would definitely get my attention. But that's not really the kind of news you're after.
Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh,
She's going to be big in this story, I feel.
I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right.
What?
These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen.
It's gotta be linked to the ocean rising, or the sea rising.
The case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird. Oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace.
Is it like one a year?
The part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal at work. Maybe there's copycat criminals?
Yes, it's possible.
But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
You continue talking on the aquabus before you know it, you're arriving at your destination. I guess because it takes a while.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
I think we found our new intro screen. It's going to be something in this. I think the whole thing might be a little too long. Who knows, though?
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte.
We'll see her again, without a doubt.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
Okay, we can do that.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
So are we going to be walking along with them? Or are they going to tell us where to go and then we'll go? Oh, we're already here. No, this is like town square. So I'd say if this is his home, he has a very big home, but it's not his home. And we have completed the first part of this story. So, I guess this is probably a good place to end it for the day. So that'll be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, deuces. I guess you don't lose health by just doing one.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K, wet working. The roaches get the rays sprayed. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me either.